10. Best REIT investing platforms that can replace your 9-to-5 salary. Do you ever feel like you're going to be stuck in your 9-to-5 forever? You're doing everything right. You save, you budget. But the idea of buying enough real estate to actually quit your job feels completely impossible. The massive down payments, the perfect credit scores, the fear of that 2 a.m. phone call about a broken toilet. It feels like a mountain you can never climb. But what if I told you there's a way to become a real estate investor with as little as $10? A way to start building an income stream that could one day replace your salary? What if you could earn income like a landlord without ever having to deal with a single tenant? This isn't some fantasy. It's possible by investing in a special type of company called a REIT. So stick around, because I'm not just going to tell you about them. I'm going to reveal the top 10 platforms that you can use to start generating serious passive income today. The problem with traditional real estate and AMP. The real solution. Let's be real for a second. The dream of owning property and having rent checks just appear in your bank account is the classic path to passive income. But for most of us, the reality is brutal. Saving up a 20% down payment can take a decade. Then you have to find a property, get a mortgage, and become a landlord, which means dealing with the 3 T's: tenants, toilets, and trash. That isn't passive income. It's a stressful second job. This high-cost, high-hassle reality keeps most people on the sidelines, thinking real estate is a game only for the rich. But that's where they're wrong. What if you could get all the perks of real estate income, the monthly cash flow, the appreciation, without any of the landlord headaches? That is the entire promise of real estate investment trusts, or REITs. Think of REITs as the stock market's answer to real estate FOMO. They are the ultimate landlord hack. You get to be the owner and collect the income, but you never have to take a single call from a tenant. And as you're about to see, this isn't some complicated strategy for Wall Street pros. It's one of the most accessible investment vehicles on the planet, and it just might be your ticket into the real estate game. What exactly is a REIT? A beginner's explainer. So what is this magic acronym, REIT? It stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. At its heart, a REIT is just a company that owns, operates, or finances real estate that produces income. The easiest way to get it is to think of a REIT like a mutual fund, but for property. Instead of buying a single stock, a mutual fund lets you buy a tiny piece of hundreds of stocks. A REIT does the same exact thing for real estate. When you buy one share of a REIT, you're not buying a single building. You're buying a small piece of a huge portfolio of professionally managed properties. And here's the most important part for our goal. By law, REITs are required to pay out at least 90% of their taxable income to shareholders as dividends. Let me say that again. It's a legal requirement. These companies must pass the vast majority of their profits directly to you. That rental income they collect from thousands of tenants, it flows right into your brokerage account. Now, it is important to remember that this income can fluctuate. Dividends are never guaranteed and can change with the market. But this legal structure is what makes REITs such a powerful engine for passive income. And we're not just talking about one type of property either. REITs are incredibly diverse. There are residential REITs. They own massive apartment complexes and entire communities of single-family rentals. Commercial REITs. These own the office buildings, shopping malls, and stores you visit every day. Industrial REITs. Think of those giant warehouses and logistics centers that power companies like Amazon. Yep, REITs own those. Healthcare REITs. They own hospitals, senior living facilities, and medical offices, a sector with huge growth potential. And even data center REITs. These own the physical buildings that house the servers that basically run our digital world. By investing in REITs, you can become a part owner of the very infrastructure that powers our economy, all from your laptop. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. The platforms that make it all happen. The 10 best platforms for real estate investing. Here we go. the 10 platforms that can launch you into the world of real estate income. We'll start with the most beginner-friendly and work our way up. Platform number 10, M1 Finance. Kicking off our list is a platform that's a bit different, M1 Finance. It's not a dedicated real estate platform, but it's a powerful, automated investing tool that is perfect for building a long-term REIT portfolio. Think of M1 Finance as your personal portfolio building robot. The platform uses a concept called pies. You build a portfolio pie, and each slice is a stock or ETF you choose. So you can create a REIT pie with slices made of your favorite publicly traded REITs, like Realty Income, ticker O, or REIT ETFs, like the Vanguard Real Estate ETF, VNQ. The magic of M1 is its automation. Once you set your targets, say 30% in VNQ, 10% in Realty Income, every time you deposit money, M1 automatically invests it to keep your pie perfectly balanced. It is true set it and forget it investing. With a low minimum of just $100 and no trading fees, it's an incredible tool for systematically building your income machine. Platform number 9. Arrived next up is a platform that has absolutely exploded in popularity. Arrived. If you've ever wanted to own rental homes but were terrified by the price tag, Arrived is your answer. Now, to be clear, Arrived is not a REIT. It's a fractional real estate platform, but it serves a similar goal. It allows you to buy fractional shares of individual rental properties, including both long-term rentals and vacation rentals. Instead of needing hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy one house, you can start investing with as little as $100. Arrived finds and buys residential properties, puts them into their own company, and then lets you buy shares of that company. They handle everything: the management, the tenants, the maintenance. You just sit back and collect your share of the rental income, paid out quarterly. What makes Arrived so great for beginners is how real it feels. You're not just buying a ticker symbol. You can see the actual house you own a piece of. Platform number 8, Ground Floor. Coming in at number 8 is a platform with a completely different angle: Ground Floor. Instead of owning the property, Ground Floor lets you be the bank. Ground Floor is a platform focused on short-term, high-yield real estate loans. Here's how it works. House flippers need short-term loans to buy and renovate properties. Ground Floor provides these loans, and then lets you fund a piece of them with as little as $10. When the flipper sells the house, they pay back the loan with interest, and that interest gets passed on to you. Ground Floor reports average returns for its investors of around 10%. The loan terms are short, typically 6 to 18 months, so your money isn't locked up for years. This is a fascinating way to profit from the fix and flip market without ever lifting a hammer, and it's open to all investors. Platform number 7, DiversiFund. At number 7, we have DiversiFund. This platform is designed to give regular people access to large-scale commercial real estate, specifically multifamily apartment buildings. DiversiFund runs its own private REITs using a value-add strategy. They find apartment buildings that are underperforming, buy them, and then use their expertise to renovate them and improve management to increase rental income and force appreciation. As an investor, you can get started with just $500. A cool feature is that DiversiFund doesn't charge investors annual platform fees. They make their money by sharing in the profits when the properties are sold, which means their goals are aligned with yours. It's a longer-term play, typically around 5 years, but for the patient investor who wants a hands-off way to get into large apartment deals, it's a powerful and accessible choice. Platform number 6, Yield Street. Number 6 is Yield Street. This platform is for when you're ready to look beyond just real estate and into a whole universe of alternative investments. On Yield Street, you can find investments in real estate, but also in private credit, art, and legal finance, asset classes that were once only for the super rich. In their real estate category, you might find debt deals, equity offerings, and professionally managed funds. Yield Street is a multi-asset platform, making it a great one-stop shop for building diverse income streams. The minimums here can be higher, and while some investments are open to everyone, many of the best deals are reserved for accredited investors. That is, investors who meet certain income or net worth requirements. If you're looking to build a more sophisticated, recession-resistant portfolio, Yield Street gives you the tools to do it. Platform number 5, Realty Mogul. Halfway through our list is Realty Mogul, one of the veterans in the real estate crowdfunding world. This platform offers a fantastic bridge from beginner-friendly funds to more complex private deals. For non-accredited investors, Realty Mogul offers 2 public, non-traded REITs with a $5,000 minimum. The Income REIT for steady dividends and the Apartment Growth REIT for long-term appreciation. But what makes Realty Mogul a great next step is that it also opens the door to private placements for accredited investors. These are investments in individual properties, like a specific office building, with minimums typically starting at $35,000. This 2-tiered approach provides a clear growth path for aspiring real estate investors on a single platform. Platform number 4, AcreTrader. At number 4, we have a platform that lets you invest in one of the oldest and most stable assets in the world, farmland. I'm talking about AcreTrader. Farmland has historically been an incredibly resilient investment. The problem? Buying a farm is insanely expensive. AcreTrader solves this by letting you buy fractional shares of individual farms. AcreTrader's team selects high-quality farmland, puts each farm into its own company, and then offers shares to investors. The investment is completely passive. You earn a share of the annual rent paid by the farmer and benefit from any increase in the land's value. AcreTrader is currently only for accredited investors, and minimums typically start around $15,000 but can vary. It's a unique opportunity to diversify and add a historically stable, inflation-resistant asset to your portfolio. Platform number 3, Equity Multiple. In our top 3 is Equity Multiple, a premium platform for accredited investors who want access to professionally vetted, institutional-quality commercial real estate. Equity Multiple stands out for its tough screening process. They claim to approve only about 5% of the deals they review. They offer different investment structures, equity, preferred equity, and debt, so you can pick the risk and return profile that fits your strategy. The minimum investment is typically $5,000, which is relatively low for an accredited-only platform. Equity Multiple is perfect for the sophisticated investor who wants to move beyond broad funds and start building a portfolio of specific, hand-picked commercial properties. Platform number 2, CrowdStreet. Our runner-up is CrowdStreet, another heavyweight in the commercial real estate space that caters exclusively to accredited investors. CrowdStreet is a massive marketplace that connects you directly with developers for institutional quality projects. Unlike a fund where a manager picks for you, CrowdStreet lets you browse the deals, analyze the projects, and build your own custom portfolio of properties. This is where serious investors go to find high-growth opportunities in multifamily, industrial, and medical office buildings. This level of access comes with a higher price tag, though. The minimum investment is typically $25,000 per deal. Platform number 1, Fundrise. And finally, at number 1, the platform that has arguably done more to democratize real estate investing than any other, Fundrise. For its accessibility, low minimums, and sheer ease of use, Fundrise is our top pick for anyone looking to start their real estate journey. Fundrise allows anyone, accredited or not, to invest in a diversified portfolio of private real estate with a starting investment of just $10. That's not a typo. $10. This incredibly low barrier means literally anyone can start building a real estate portfolio today. You don't pick individual properties. Instead, you invest in one of their portfolio plans, like supplemental income or long-term growth. Fundrise then automatically diversifies your money across their proprietary e-REITs and e-funds, which hold dozens of properties. It's incredibly simple, the platform is beautiful, And for the beginner who wants a powerful, done-for-you way to start generating passive real estate income, Fundrise is, without a doubt, the best place to start. The now what? Your action plan. Okay, we've just covered 10 incredible platforms. But information without action is just entertainment. So how do you actually start? It's way simpler than you think. On most of these platforms, especially beginner-friendly ones like Fundrise or Arrived, it's a simple 3-step process. 1. Create your account. It's just like signing up for any website. 2. Connect your bank account. It's a secure process to fund your investments. 3. Choose your investment and start small. You don't need to dive in with thousands. Start with the minimum, $10, $100, $500. Get a feel for the platform, see those first dividends trickle in, and build your confidence from there. The single most powerful feature that many of these platforms offer is automatic investing. Set up a recurring deposit, whether it's $50 a week or $200 a month. This is how you truly build wealth. By consistently and automatically adding to your portfolio, you are putting your income-generating machine on autopilot. The dream of quitting your 9-to-5 doesn't have to be a dream. It can be a plan. Traditional real estate is a world with high walls, but the platforms we've talked about today have torn those walls down. You now have the tools to start building a portfolio of income-producing real estate. It's not going to happen overnight, and all investing comes with risk. But it does happen one step at a time, with consistency and patience. Every dollar you invest is a vote for your future freedom. You can start that journey today. If you're ready to stop just trading your time for money and start building a real passive income portfolio, show your commitment by hitting that like button. And if you want more strategies to accelerate your journey to financial freedom, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss what's next. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these platforms are you most excited to check out? Drop your answer in the comments below. Let's start a conversation and build this community together. Here's to your financial freedom.